That's a good
Hello,
thing.
The whole
everybody.
time he's driving
Welcome to
around, I didn't
iRacing Insider. You got Tommy Boy from Checkers and Wreckers over here streaming this with me, and then you got
This,
me.
yeah, you, sir, are
Yeah.
Mr. JP. That's not Juan Pablo. That's our JP. We got JP in the house. F1, IndyCar, open wheel, road course extraordinaire. Joining up with us.
A bunch of nobody right here, bud.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm ready to have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. So you
We
said
got a
it.
bunch to talk. Yeah, we got a bunch to talk about tonight.
You just
dude.
look so comfortable. That nice little point and everything. The iRacing Insider. That's right. iRacing Insider. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. We got a bunch to talk about.
iRacing Insider.
All right.
I'm gonna have to remember that. So the R button is 17. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was
I
good.
think it sounded kind of wicked. Sorry. So
Hell yeah, dude.
So the iRacing Insider. What are we about?
Dude. All right. So this is gonna be a weekly thing. It's gonna be awesome. But we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. See, I got my notes right here. Out of everything we're gonna do
It's a big
weekly,
note.
yeah, every week we're gonna have the highlights, and what the highlights are gonna be. We're gonna break down some of the biggest races of the week, and we're gonna go into the highlights of those races. So we're talking.
But they're not
monsters.
highlights, are they?
No, they're highlights.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about monsters of dirt. We're going to talk about anything worth watching, basically. Any broadcasted race. That's what the highlights are going to be. After that, we're going to have Randy's Rando race, which that's probably out of order. It is for this week anyway. But one of our topics is going to be Randy's Rando race. We're going to jump into a random official race every week. And it's not just going to be dirt oval. It can be anything. Whatever official race of the week. We're going to jump into one official race a week. We're going to watch it. We're going to fast forward through the yellows. We're going to dissect it and break it down in the most time compact way to do for y'all to watch so it's not miserable to watch. We're going to break it down. We're going to watch one random race every week in officials. You could be in Randy's Rando race.
So who's Randy? We got no idea, but he likes to party. We like to party, and we're gonna have a good time with Randy's Rando race because
absolutely, dude.
That was just like a marvelous kind of invention that came on mind there. You were like, we got to kind of go through and just see a random one. Coming out the idea of going out the first week, and we looked some dirt. I'm not gonna ruin it just yet, but boy, we have a fantastic.
Dude. The iRacing gods looking down upon this show. Launch week of the show. Randy's Rando race is awesome.
Yeah,
I've got leading up to filming this. I had it recording in the background, and I would kept going. Oh, let me click back over to the race, and then I'd go, oh God, no. And then all right, I'd go back to working with Sean or Tommy Boy on this. And then I'd click back. Oh, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, shit.
I have seen nothing yet, so I cannot wait. That's
it's going to be great.
Absolutely.
So stick to the end. You could be in Randy's Rando race.
It's kind of like a dart throw at the officials that we're going to do each week. Maybe that's what we should do. Just have a dartboard of random ones, and we'll just toss
Maybe we could set
a
up
little
a
spinner.
We could set up a random generator
exactly.
with the numbers or the names of every official series.
I like that idea.
Yeah, we'll do that going forward. So it'll be this week. It was my pick. It was actually just the iRacing gods just gave it to us.
It works perfect for this week, though.
But
next
launch
week and what's going on, you couldn't ask for anything better.
But next week it's going to be randomly generated, and it'll be a good watch.
Randy's really going to randomly generate this.
Yeah. Following that, we've got, and it's still out of order for this week, but then we've got most interesting racing topics and driver of the week.
And that's going to be a little thing we call the dirt of the week.
Dirt of the week.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's all on dirt, but hey, it's going to get dirty in that segment. It's going to get fun, and I always say it's going to get fun and exciting, but you put me and JP here together, and it's more exciting than a NASCAR going into a jet dryer, don't you think?
I think so, but you gotta watch out for them jet dryers. They'll sneak up on
They
you.
do. They do. They're not loud at all. They're just very silent. They're like a little stealth bomber there.
Yeah. Let's see. Following the dirt of the week, then we're gonna end her out with a skit every single week.
So yeah, look forward to that because man, if you ever meet two more outgoing guys on iRacing than me and JP here, then you bring them to me because I don't know if they exist, man. So I'm looking forward to everything we got going on. It's been
It's
a couple weeks now that we've been chatting about
yeah.
this and getting it all going. So
It's been a lot in the plan, and it's been a lot getting around to doing it. We're finally doing it, so it's from this point out. It's laid out. We just got to do it.
absolutely.
So
Hey, this is the first one. We get the ball rolling. It's like an avalanche after that. This is the hold on. iRacing Insider is gonna go off good there. Maybe we should listen if we get DCJ on here. Listen to the breathing effect.
yeah, just get the Imperial March playing in the background. He's really focused.
So that's incredible. Yeah, we met racing late night. Obviously, we have some fun here. We're a good little team here. It's like what's it? Laverne and Shirley. They ain't got nothing on JP and Tommy Boy here.
That's right, bud.
So, man, I guess it's time to really introduce you to everybody here. What better way than to really hop into some highlights?
Yes, first segment of the highlights. I guess Tommy Boy wanted to talk about Sunday and the 305s with Monsters of Dirt. I ran those. Tommy ran those, I think, and a whole bunch of other people ran those. You might have even ran those. And 305s, I got wrecked out in the heat. That's just how it goes sometimes. I think I qualified bad, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure I wrecked in qualifying. Didn't have much of a lap there and started in the back of a heat and got wrecked out. But played alphabet soup all the way through the actually I got something before the D main. I was in the D main somehow, but Scott McBride took the field in the E main, and you're getting ready to see that. Scott McBride. Let's talk about Scott McBride for a minute, okay?
Let me get this.
If you just want to roll that, Tommy.
Absolutely. You get talking here, and I'll get it rolled up.
Okay. If we're going to talk about this needs to be talked about. Scott McBride, the Monsters of Dirt 305 Chili Bowl heat racing, or not heat racing, but the features for the B, C, the D, the E. Poor Scott McBride got put out to the E main by himself. And this was amazing. And like, I feel bad for the guy. I would hate to be that guy that's out there by himself driving around with everybody in the league literally watching you in that moment of time.
I've been there.
You've been there. He was there like literally an hour and a half after Scott McBride. Tommy Boy goes out in the 360s and he's by himself in a main. I didn't even realize it was him. And I was kind of making fun of you to Dan, and I was like, look at this guy. He's going to wreck it under nobody else on the racetrack.
He's going to loop it. What'd you say? Is there a hook it?
Yeah, I said he's going to loop it.
That's awesome.
Well, we're riding on with Scott here, and what was so funny about this, and
here we go.
Poor guy, dude. But what was made this worth watching, and you can't hear the entire time that this is going on, Hayden Cardwell, who I'm sure most of you know, unless you don't race dirt. Hayden Cardwell is in chat, but he's not in the race, so it's not heard publicly here. Hayden Cardwell's in the chat, and he is literally walking this guy through, except he can't hear him. He's giving him driving lessons, basically, to the entire Monsters of Dirt lobby of like 60 cars. He's like, okay, bud, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mash the gas button. Like right here, mash the gas. Okay, you're doing good. All right, turn left. That was great. That was a great left. Okay. All right, straight. Oh, there you go. All right, turn left. Yep, gas it.
I would think
and that's what That's what all 60 drivers got for the 10 laps that this thing won.
I think at one point John may have just muted him because
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure John cut his mic off.
Either that or I was waiting for it because I was like, man, how does he do it? Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to know because I'm coming up next.
Yeah, I know. We're all in the next heat. He's like, yeah, everybody's getting lessons from Hayden Cardwell, right? Getting ready to go green here at Chili Bowl, and somehow I got fortunate enough, even though I got junked out of my heat race, I got to start pole on this one. And I'm no sprint car guy, dude. I can't drive these things for dick. And then I'm in VR, and everybody thinks in VR that it's going to be so much better than on a monitor. It's not. Like, that wing is right here in VR. You can't see anything. If anything, it's worse, like, visibility-wise in a sprint car. Like, the wing is right here next to your head, and you can't see anything. So I'm not a sprint car guy, but somehow got the luck of the draw and got to start inside pole on this one. We pretty much ran away with it here. This was a pretty good run. I think I only messed up in one spot. I came out of 4, I'm wanting to think, and was in the gas a little bit early, and it got tight and kind of cut to the inside, but I had enough to lead. It was all right.
Find out it's just the iRacing thing.
Yeah. The cat car, I actually worked for a cat dealer, so I just went on Trading Paints and just picked one because I don't have a sprint car paint. But as you can see right here, the race is going. We're
going at it. You and me battling for that spot, and then you just take it. And see ya.
Yep. And we're going to cut inside here and go around these cars that are wrecking.
Didn't work for me. I had to like pretty much stop there. And
you basically slammed the brakes on them. But that's what a lot of people. There's two kinds of people in iRacing out there. You got the ones that'll fucking full on send it, and then you got the ones that they're gonna hit the brake and not cause a wreck.
Ooh, that yellow car smashing.
Yeah.
Where you at? You got in front of it, okay.
Yeah, and if you look at Chili Bowl, you don't have to be fast. All you have to do is miss all the wrecks.
Yeah, you gotta be clean.
Yeah, just miss the wrecks. That's all it takes. Like, if you look at the lap times here, I'm not fast. I'm just not getting involved in these wrecks.
Right.
And especially in the sprint cars, because the sprint cars, when a track is this slick, this track was wore out. 6 here. And Sean, you're still here. You're 2 rows
I'm back there, yeah.
You're 2 rows back on the inside.
I got somebody sledding. I got up on it. You saw me hop up.
Look at that. 3 wide at the Chili Bowl, slinking her on inside there.
What was that word?
Slinking, man. We just slink her inside. I think we just made 3 spots in one corner.
Look at that. 4 people out there trying to, and then I just slow down. But then I nail them getting off the. Eventually, I just start mashing the gas. Like, all right, I got to do something, and that's where I did it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't mash the gas.
Yeah. These things are tough, dude. Even being 305s, you put them at Chili Bowl. This is hard.
That was fun, though. I really had a good time in these sprints this past weekend here.
Absolutely, dude.
That's what I think I'm going to keep going on the sprints. I like those.
Yeah, and then you got Cole Patrick leading the race here. He's gone. I mean, dude is gone. And I'm sitting in 4th right behind Etheridge, and I'm looking at a transfer spot right now.
So that guy like turns it in a little hard, and you end up taking it off now, and now you're going against Etheridge.
Yeah, and I felt like I could have raced Etheridge. He's a pretty fast guy, and it was going good. Race was going good. Sitting in 4th place, going on to the C main if we can just not mess this up. And here we are with 3 laps to go on a caution going to green-white checker condition. And I'm not good at restarts. And, it goes to show in this next restart what happened here. If we go green this next time by, what was the funniest part about this is I raced for Daredevil, and so we're in Discord, and I'm sitting 4th place. All I have to do is not screw this up, and we're going on to this is the C, so we'd be going on to the B. So yeah, we've won the D. This is the C, sitting 4th for the transfer spot. And look at this restart. Do you see this? Look at that! Look at that restart right there.
3 wide, real quick.
No, can you
rewind that? Absolutely.
Look at this restart right here. Leader is up into 3rd place pretty much, and I kind of, dude, I'm telling you what, I saw the leader basically sitting in front of third place. And I really didn't know how to handle that. So as soon as the green flag comes out, I'm just whack on the throttle, and my car gets tight and runs to the inside, and I take somebody out. And dude, I felt horrible about it. Like, I really try so hard to race clean,
Right.
especially in these sprints, because the visibility is so bad in VR, and they're so hard to drive on a track like this. And so when the leader comes up with like a Delaware style restart, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this isn't right, but whatever, I guess it's going to go. And, the leader goes, I'm whack on the throttle. And that's the last thing you want to do in these cars.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's just whack at throttle, especially when it's this slick, even though it's a 305.
Stay clean. That's all you need to do there. So, yeah, that was some fun. Like I said, that was probably the most fun. And I can tell I'm actually getting a little faster now. I'm starting to get a lot better.
The only way to get good at these really wore out, really slick tracks is to go run these really wore out, really slick tracks.
Absolutely. And I mean, what we do, like the first week I met you, we were on iRacing like all night, every night, doing 100% track state here at the Chili Bowl. Super.
I think we
legends.
were, yeah. Supers, we basically raced everything at 100% at Chili Bowl.
Ferrari or F1s. I mean, I don't think we did F1s at the Chili Bowl, but man, we did everything there. So I was ready for this. I had a blast.
If anybody felt comfortable here, I felt comfortable about it. And then, choking it on that restart, and then Hayden.
Yeah, choke button.
That pretty much sums it up, because if anybody should have been able to run here, it should have been us, because we practice here.
Absolutely. So we'll hop over. We'll take a second here, and we'll get our next highlight.
So I'll lead it.
Hold up.
The highlight.
I'm going to have to get used to that. Absolutely. And I was so excited about it, too. So we'll get the next highlight running.
All right. So we just saw that first highlight of the week, and that little bit of introduction to me. I'm just a iRacer, just like probably all of you are. So, and I'm not fast, because that was obviously the main. But let's talk about some guys that are fast, and let's talk about a league of fast guys and what they're doing, bringing some pavement to dirt tracks.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Tom?
I absolutely love it. So this is something last year, because Howdy and myself from Checkers and Wreckers, the podcast there, we always ask John's like, hey, man, you got to run some pavement. We love pavement, but we're with you on dirt, but we love pavement, man. So John's like, I used to run pavement, so let's get something going here. Let's do something. So we've been bugging John for the past like 6 months. Like, hey, dude, let's do something pavement. So John's like, all right, what are you thinking a name would be? And I was like, well, I mean, you got the Monsters Dirt, and I mean, what's better than you is a brick of pavement. So I like you got to have a good little pop there. Came back, you can see there pricks of pavement there. John even made that little logo himself there. So these guys, I mean, they're a blast, and I did not think, because I'll start off, because we're not going to watch the beginning or anything, but
no, we're going to start with 5 laps to go. But this race didn't go the best.
It didn't.
But it's the first race of a brand new series, and there's a lot to iron out. Everybody involved in this is pretty much dirt guys. And so it was a lot of figuring out for a lot of people. I know myself and my team, we practiced a lot leading up to this to make sure that we were going to be prepared for it. And there was a lot of teams that practiced for this to make sure they were going to be prepared leading up to it. But there was also some people that didn't practice leading up to this.
Oh, yeah.
And when you have a field of 40 cars, all it takes is one person who didn't practice these as much as everybody else sitting in 12th place. And then there's the whole field.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole field's gone. Yeah.
They go 7 laps. You guys go 7 laps. I'm calling this up in the booth, and you guys go 7 laps. The first 7 laps of pricks of pavement goes green. I'm blown away. I'm like, oh my God, these guys can run anything. It's like, they're the man. Oh, that was nasty. It's like, all right, hey, they did 7 laps, and come around. The
But
green flag
what,
starts. It's like they're going into turn one. Whoa, that was
yeah,
nasty. So they
there was
got like the
basically
jitters out at
two.
first, and then that caution came out, and they said, oh wow, we're not on dirt anymore." It's like
Yeah,
it
there
didn't
was
hit until
basically
then.
two big cautions back to back, and I remember after. Oh my god, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I remember right after that second caution, I'm coming down the back straightaway, and we're lining up, inside, outside, and all that. I go around the car to the outside, and I accidentally bumped the guy, and I feel horrible because incidents are a big deal on asphalt,
Right.
and this is what you'll see towards the end of this race is there's the field of 40 cars started, and there's like what 5, 7 people left at the end of the race, and it's because on asphalt you get 4x for just barely bumping somebody. So if you're bump drafting or if you're coming out of the corner and you're just a little bit close and you just give them there's a 4x. And so by the end of this 75 lap feature, there's so few cars left just because of incidents. So many people got disqualified. And I felt horrible. I'm coming down the back straightaway, and I just accidentally just bumped them just a little bit. And VR is really deceiving with these cars because the cages and the bumpers stick out further than the tires do. It doesn't look like it on the picture of the car, but in VR, I can assure you that cage sticks out further than those tires do. And I bumped the guy in front of me, and I go to key up the mic to apologize to him
And
because
he's
I felt really
gone.
bad about it. I keyed the mic up, and my VR goes black. And we're in a field of like 35 cars pacing on the second yellow. So the race is like, 10 laps in. We're pacing on a caution. I hit the mic to key up to this guy to apologize to him. And the freaking VR just goes black. And I'm like, oh, shit. And so at this point, I know I've got a car in front of me. I know I've got a car behind me. And I've got one to my inside. So I just kind of just started taking the wheel to the right, trying to find the wall. And maybe like I'm just trying to stop against the wall, but I don't want to like hit the brakes and stack the field up either. I'll be damned, dude. I flipped the freaking car over on its roof under yellow. And now I'm that guy forever. I'm the guy that flipped the modified on its roof under yellow on like lap 10.
And that kind of helped when it came out to JP and the whole Juan Pablo deal because Juan Pablo is always going to be that guy that nailed the jet dryer.
Yeah, he's never not going to be the guy that wrecked the jet dryer.
You were always going to be that guy that flipped it under caution. So, but hey, yeah,
absolutely.
Another one. Tell me I didn't get the best pictures in the world that I sent you.
Dude,
straight away.
Tommy boy here goes.
We're gonna do an in car with old JP here. And
so Tommy boy here, he goes, yeah, so let's go live in the car with JP here. He goes straight to the car. I mean, 15 seconds before the biggest wreck of the race. Takes half the field out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was the big one. And that straightaway is so tiny. You end up just stopping. And
I just stopped, yeah.
I swear, it's like the driver's heads turn. I swear, you and the other driver make eye contact. This one that spun out. And he's like, okay, yeah, you go ahead. And you're like, all right, I'm going to go. And then he says, no, I think I'm going to go.
Yeah.
You end up on the brakes.
Poor Brad, man. Brad Haldane, if any of you go back and watch the full length, we'll put it in the comments maybe below.
Yeah.
If we can do that, or the description. We can put the link to these clips or the races in the description. If you go back and you watch that, it's somewhere around like 28, 29 minutes where the big one was. He cuts to my cockpit. You can literally see Brad Haldane just disappear. Because he's sitting right there on the edge of incidents, and the car in front of him slams on the brakes, and Brad can't get it loaded up in time, and he just poof, gone.
Poof, gone. That's a fantastic way to put that there. So let me get this up here.
Now let's get this rolling. And what you're going to be looking at here as we go 5 to go is you're going to be looking at what is left of a 40-car field with a 17 incident limit.
With the 17 incident limit, yeah, and that's quite a bit. But like you said, I mean, you start bump drafting just to get a little push.
You get 4. You bump tires. There's a 4x.
Right. Exactly.
You better not do that 4 more times because you're gonna be gone.
You're gonna be gone. That is right. So here we go. This is the last 5 laps here.
Yep. So we got Morgan and Bryson Daffern sitting first and second, with Zach McSwain sitting third here. Where is Jay Weezy in all this?
He is in 4th.
He's in 4th right now?
Yeah. So
okay,
he's west there.
I got you. So as they're coming through the corners here, not much transpires with 5 to go. But what makes this an highlight and what makes it really worth talking about, the last lap was absolutely incredible.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
I don't think there was anything more worth talking about this week than this last lap. As we come by with 4 to go, you've still got Morgan in the lead. You've got Bryson Daffern behind him. He's looking to make a move here. You got Zach McSwain following in line and Jay Weezy behind him. But remember, everybody is high on incidents. And these cars, this is basically restrictor plate racing. And so everybody's trying to do what they can to get that little bit of advantage, you know? There's pit strategy involved. You cannot run Phoenix on a fixed set for more than 52 laps or you will run out. So there's pit strategy involved. And Morgan, I believe he thinks he's got it figured out because he's leading the race. He's faster than everybody. Jay Weezy's on fresh tires, if I recall, because he came out.
Yes, he
got
was.
wrecked out. He comes out. He's on fresh tires. But Morgan, he's played the pit game right so far, so he thinks.
And you can see how close Daffrin and Morgan are playing. So anytime they get close like that and connect.
Yeah, they cannot touch because Morgan is right there at the incident limit. And Daffrin and Morgan absolutely cannot touch. And here we go with 2 to go. And you can see Wheezy's made a move on McSwain there.
Got around, yep.
Yep. He got around him. Now he's sitting in third. But what's coming up with 1 to go is what sets the tone for the race and what makes this the talk of the week. You've got Wheezy looking to Daffern. I believe that's Daffern on the bottom line there,
Yep,
isn't it?
and Daffrin just runs out of gas himself.
No.
Yes, Daffrin runs out of gas. You see him fall out,
Yeah, so Daffern's out of fuel, but
McSwain
Wheezy gets by.
zoops around the top.
McSwain gets by Wheezy in the exchange there.
Morgan's out of fuel now.
Finishing, Morgan's out of fuel, gets rear-ended by, that was McSwain, rear-ends him. Yeah, disappears at the line.
Literally,
it was one.
You can see it, the camera turning.
Can you rewind back to that just lap, that last 2 corners? Because we have Bryson Dafford runs out of fuel, falls out of contention, gets passed by everybody. Then we've got Wheezy is behind Morgan, or he's behind Dafford. Dafford runs out of fuel.
Dafford runs out right there where he bumps him.
And so Wheezy loses position to McSwain right here as he comes by Dafford. McSwain is behind Morgan, who's in the lead and ready to win the race. Morgan runs out of fuel coming out of the last corner, gets rear-ended by McSwain, disappears at the line. I mean, come on.
You see the camera panning. It's going to go to the line the next 2 seconds there. Not even 2.2.
Morgan had the race won. And like everybody, I remember watching this, everybody's just like, what?
So, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better there to start off the good old pricks of pavement than that race.
Oh, my God.
There, man.
Everybody said the way the race went out was not that great. It was just a kind of a mess the way it all came to be. But being the first race of a new series, there was a lot to figure out. And I think John's definitely got it figured out for next week, and we're going to see a better show. But, dude, coming up to the line with not even a lap, half a lap to go, Daffern runs out of fuel. His positioning's bad for Jay Weezy. Jay Weezy loses a spot to McSwain. McSwain falls in the draft behind help me out here.
McSwain falls behind the draft behind Morgan.
Right. So he falls in behind Morgan. Morgan runs out of fuel at the line. And because they're just so close, he just touched him just the slightest bit. He runs out of incidents, gets disqualified at the line on the last lap. And because of the incident with Daffern running out of fuel on the back straight, putting Wheezy out of position, that's basically how McSwain won it.
Yep, absolutely. That was and you wonder, did McSwain know, like, hey, I've got a couple to give. I hope he's right at the line here. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna try to just get behind him because I don't know, either that or I've got nowhere to go. this is all I've got. I got to floor it and hope for the best here. I mean, but what goes through your mind does that happen?
I think what it was is he knew Wheezy was inside below him looking for a move, but he lost position because of Daffin running out of fuel and being behind him in his draft. And so McSwain's got to know he's got position for second. And this is really, this is one of them series that's going to be won and lost by points.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think if I'm McSwain, I'm going to put that car as close to Morgan as I can get it coming across the line because Wheezy is not far away.
No.
And the points in second and third could win and lose you the series at the end. I mean, we're talking, what, $100 here, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if I'm McSwain, I'm not trying to hit Morgan, but I think if I'm McSwain, I'm going to get as close to Morgan as I can as we cross that line to not give any room to Wheezy for the points.
100%.
And it just happened to be that he got into him. He couldn't have known that he was running out of fuel as quick as that happened.
No, I mean, you see, and he does the old wiggle to try to do anything, and man, it just stinks.
Yeah, you even saw him. He's like, oh, no, bump.
There's nothing you can do there.
Which, keep in mind, I haven't seen this, but I will tell you from experience, Volusia on a badly worn track gets really gnarly on the back straight. Like, it's not really a straight, but the little dog leg on the back side. Yeah. But in the D, it gets really, really choppy as the track wears in. It's not something you really run into in officials, but like running league races with the 8 times multiplier on the weather where it really advances pretty hard. I can tell you for sure, the D, the little back part there, gets really rough, really fast.
Okay, so here, right now.
My God, look how close they are.
They can't, it's just us watching this. So they are coming in. I mean, they're getting closer than anything. I mean, they're all packed up here. You can see it's getting dicey. It's getting fuzzy. It's getting nasty. It's getting gnarly. So these guys,
that's some very close racing.
Oh, 100%. And then, like I said, with these street stocks, to gain a position, you have to go ahead.
What is that PBR? Okay. Yeah, okay, I was just looking at that.
So he is one of these guys here. That's Mr. Tucker. He, I mean, he wasn't too happy after this race. He was ran. I don't know. I mean, he's getting into people there, but he wasn't too happy. I mean, this just brought out the ugly. I hate being the guy in the back because that's where I am. All the dust and dirt. You're like, oh man, where's the guy in front of me? I'm gonna plow.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna plow him.
in the street stocks, especially where they're so tight and so up close. If you're further back in the field, your visibility is very low.
Oh, dangerously.
Especially in VR, and people, I can't tell you enough. VR is the way to go. But it is so realistic to the point that you're not actually going to see more. If anything, you're going to see less.
So Howdy over here, he just got VR ordered, so he's looking forward to that there. So I'm going to keep going here because Jason McConnell is going to take over.
Line's super important at Volusia.
Oh.
A lot of times, like you see right now where, is that McConnell in the blue car?
That's Whitworth up on top there.
Yeah, if you see where Whitworth is, Whitworth on that line where you run wide out of 2 and then wide down the back straightaway, and I guarantee you he's probably going to run wide up into 3 and then cut in on 4. That's actually my preferred line at Volusia. But if you can run the bottom in 4 and 3 in Volusia, you're going to be faster every time.
Even after that slicks off and everything and you got more grip.
Yeah, the top line at Volusia is a little weird. It's like you have to run inside 1, outside 2, outside really high 3, cutting into 4 if you're going to be fast. And see, right now, Whitworth is stuck high, and that's really costing them a lot of time. Every lap by, McConnell's getting faster and more ahead running that bottom. The bottom's going to be tricky to run, but if you can do it, you're going to gain time every time.
So that's what you can obviously see exactly what you're saying here as McConnell. They're going 4 wide behind him. It's incredible. So they're starting to get chippy there. But, hey, 2 of that 4 wide is Steve and Dan. So at least
Yeah, I see
they're
that.
comfortable running with each other. But you do see Jason, like you said, just starting to take a little farther ahead, just a little farther ahead.
Every lap
Yep.
that McConnell is trapped high like that, he's going to lose time. And, you know, for somebody like me that's not that great of a driver, I would rather run that top line evolution. There's a lot more room. There's more room for error, if you will.
Sure.
But that bottom line is so hard to run, and it's so hard to run and be fast at it. But if you can run that bottom line and be quick at it, you're going to be faster than the guy on the top every time.
That top line scares me myself. So here we go to the
Yeah, but look how much cushion is still there. I mean, the track
there was
is
a lot the entire time here.
The track is gone, but there's so much cushion.
So this is that. I mean, they've been toying with each other. They're playing with each other like a dog and a frisbee, like I said before. So now go to another restart here, and these guys, they're still just messing with each other. But now we see Whitworth and McConnell switch places. So McConnell's up top.
Look at that slider,
They're crossing
man.
over. Yep.
Man, that cost him a position right there. But I think what it was he entered too low, and he wasn't set to pull it out, and he had to just slide up. It really wasn't much choice he had there. And I'm really thinking that Whitworth is set up to. Are these fixed sets? Or are these open?
I think they are fixed. I have no idea, honestly. I'm terrible about wondering. I'll go out to an open set, and I'll run baseline myself because I know I'm probably not getting out of the DC main, so it ain't going to do anything for me. I'm still trying to learn how to drive, so I never worry about that myself. I'm the only person to ask somebody.
Gone right now. Look at that. Three wide pushing two cars right now behind third place.
So he's taken off. So this is all part of it. Flag comes out. We'll go forward here. So they were pretty much done toying. McConnell really takes that lead. The lights are off there, I believe, right? Yep.
Yeah. Lights are out. They're doing green this time, So we see as they come into the last turn before they're going to fire here.
I'm not 100% familiar with yet. I'll get there.
Notice McConnell not taking good dirt. This is odd to me. If I was McConnell, I would be sitting. Well,
look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, can we rewind that?
Yeah, absolutely we can.
Yeah, let's rewind that and rewind it and pause because I got something to say here. Something that's odd to me, and I'm not good at starting races. Pause it right here.
Yep.
If you look, and I think I see why he did it. You really, as leader, want to put yourself in good dirt. So I think what he's doing is he's starting the race far enough down that it's kind of forcing Whitworth into bad dirt with him instead of putting himself in good dirt. There's no way he could put himself in the better dirt to get grip running out and Whitworth in the worse dirt. Because if he was in good dirt, Whitworth would be up there against the wall, and I'm sure he would get penalized for that.
Right.
So he doesn't really have much of an option here. But they're starting in the slick, and that's what's kind of interesting is they're starting in the slick. Play it, and let's really pay attention to the car behind McConnell, and let's see what happens here.
The pace truck is off. Jason McConnell fires off.
Okay, all right.
He says, So you can see why a few people got a little upset. I mean, I'm not gonna say, and we're not gonna point the blame. We're not gonna do anything like that. But what do you think as far as who do you think? I mean, looking at that angle, you have one angle to look at.
Can you go back and play it again?
One more time. Yeah, I'll give you
one more time.
view.
Third time's a charm. Now I know which car to be looking at, but right now I'm gonna say it looks to me like Whitworth could have given him more room. But if Whitworth spun his tires, because you remember they're starting in the slick. If Whitworth managed to spin those tires on the restart, it would have nosed that car in because of the stagger in the tires. So if he's sitting there spinning and can't gain traction, his car is going to nose into the inside a little bit. So that could be what we're looking at here. It could be as simple as he just didn't give him enough room, and it could be as simple as where they lit the tires up on the slick part of the track on the restart.
So when you look at it from a different angle, that's what it actually looks like.
What is it? What is it you broke?
So when you look at it from a different angle there, it looks like they both kind of spin their tires. McConnell goes up a little, and Whitworth comes down. And Whitworth in the in car, he's trying to pull it off of McConnell's car, and it's like a magnet, man. He can't get off of it,
Dude,
and he
I'm
just
telling you,
turns him.
I've been there before where you're locked cars with somebody and you just want to get off them so bad and you can't do it.
So
It's
then
that's
watch this at the end. This is unfortunate, but Whitworth, he serve his EOL and get back, and hits the brakes, and then ends up somebody just rams him on accident there. So I'm trying. We'll go to the end here. So this is the 3 laps to go. We got a green white checkered, I believe.
Yep.
And
Got Everett's, DCJ, and Carter starting 1, 2, 3.
Yep. And real quick, I got to give a shout. I can't remember what Milo Velez, I want to say. I mean, you talk about going through the alphabet soup. This guy flew. He started in the back of like a 20-something, and he ends up getting 5th here. Something
Wow,
like oh yeah, through the alphabet soup and then 5th in the feature. It's like, wow,
that's impressive.
You were fast.
Yeah, that is impressive. You make it through the alphabet soup and you pull out a 5th, a top 5 in a feature, especially a feature as packed with cars as Monsters is.
Right.
You're really doing it.
So I mean, you can see. I mean, these guys are going 3, 4, 5 wide.
Oh
here
yeah,
on a
look
slick
how close
track.
Look how close that is.
And hats off. I mean, Ramsey, even he's a quick guy. He just got into the Monsters of Dirt, really running them. But there's Tucker. And sometimes you got to push a guy up like that in the street stocks. But at the same time, I don't know.
Well, I think to some extent, street stocks are a lot like racing go karts. If you watch how people race go karts in real life, is they'll kind of bump and then get somebody, like they'll force them out of their line
exactly
to make them slower. And I think that's what a lot of what you're seeing in the street stocks is somebody, if they don't have the power or the grip to get by them because they're all exactly the same, they're going to make a move that forces that person out of their comfortable line.
Sure, absolutely, and that's what we saw there. So I don't know. I mean, there was definitely some people that were upset and
I could see that
a little angry after that street stock race. So they brought it into the limited late models, and nothing too exciting that I can really recall from there. But they packed the house on nights when guys were doing a pro series. The Monsters has a limited series and has 2 servers. So that's impressive in itself right there.
Absolutely.
That just shows you the type of drivers that you're going to have to go through to win races here in this series. So, not saying everybody else is worse, but these guys are definitely top tier. So at this point now, we get the opportunity. We get the first time ever to hop in to an official race.
Yeah,
and,
it could be any of you. It could be anybody.
That's the kind of fun you watch.
Which this week, like I say, I picked it because it just seemed so fitting. But as far as next week and weeks in the future, we're gonna take the series on the official ballot. We're gonna put them in a random number generator, and it's gonna pick Randy's rando race. But let's go into this. This is gonna be C-Class fixed street stocks official at Chili Bowl.
JP, what do you got to think about or what do you got to say about the beginning of all this?
It's going to be an awesome race, and we got DCJ in here to help us commentate on this. This is going to be a good one. Like the iRacing gods just dropped this in our lap.
So DCJ, real quick, we'll fill you in. We filled the viewers in, but you are our guest host, the main extraordinaire, whatever you want to call yourself. You're the man tonight.
Just DCJ, apparently.
DCJ. Everybody knows the name. Everybody knows who that is by now. Randy's Rando Races. We're going to have some generator here in the future, but tonight we were just scrolling through, and we figured, hey, what better than street stocks at the Chili Bowl here in the C-Class? So we'll have a random race every week. This is it this week. And what do you got to think when you hear Street Stocks Chili Bowl C-Class official racing?
Oh, absolutely. Green flag all the way, bud. No crashing at all. No cars are touching in this race.
Take plenty of fuel.
Absolutely. Fill it.
Not 5 gallons, huh?
No.
Don't go with the 5-gallon pleasantry there. So without further ado, we're going to get into Randy's Rando Race of the Week here.
Do you have it so that the in-game chat and all that's on?
Do you want that on?
It doesn't matter to me.
So does it need to be read or does it need to be not read?
I don't know.
I would think we don't, because God only knows what they're going to say, and I don't want it going over
Okay.
us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Voice chat is not heard.
You're on my car, by the way.
Yes, I was going to switch that.
All right. Is this Heat 1? Yes, Heat 1. Looking through the field, Heat 1. We got Conover sitting first place, inside pole.
Let me pull up the timing screen. I'll do this right here.
Well, they're getting ready to get a green bud.
Wow.
Further up you go.
And would you look at this? We got some monsters of dirt in this one. We got starting on the pole. We've got Mr. Bailey Hip. Starting second next to him, Austin Anderson. So this could get exciting. They got no idea what's going on, people, and that's the fun thing about Randy's Rando Race, guys. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. These guys were up way past their bedtime.
It could be you.
It could be you exactly. You have no idea. I'm excited to watch Bailey Hip and Austin Anderson going at this. Let's see. Yeah, pull up the old starting grid. Bailey Hip, Austin Anderson. Do you see Farnes? There's another name I've seen. So we'll pull that off because you're not going for long here, but didn't expect to see this tonight.
Yep, lights are out on the pace truck going green this time by out of turn 4.
Let's see if he jumps the start.
Nope.
Look good.
Yep.
He's right up on him there. And
wasn't a bad start by the 23 car either.
Right up in the slip.
Good start. No complaints there.
Look at that, trying to duck down under him. He's trying to get there and do it, but Anderson can't get up under Bailey there.
Might have to give him a bumper.
How does that line work at Chili Bowl when it's that slick, Dan, and a street stock? I haven't ever run a street stock Chili Bowl.
Not many people have, I'm sure.
Oh, buddy, it's a trick. You gotta gas and brake it a little bit.
No, we got a lap car.
You gotta be real careful with the slick, because if it goes sideways on you, you lose all your momentum.
Just
we all
like
know
that.
That's important.
8 laps out. 8 laps are done.
Yeah, always gonna get a run on them.
No, it's not over. The overlay's wrong.
Pushing them down. It's good driving from the lead.
Are you sure
Yeah,
bud?
I think Austin Anderson's just trying to make it work.
He's trying to find us somewhere to go without running them over. That's good driving.
I think as one laned as a track is right now, it'd be a lot like go-kart racing where you kind of just got to force somebody out of their line.
Absolutely. That's the way
Yeah, like old school Bristol.
Either that or you just got to just send it. Just go flying in there. And look at that. Oh, I thought Austin Anderson was about to send it and do exactly what we said. He like heard us in the replay.
Yeah, it's very one lane right now. On the bottom.
It's super one lane.
That'll make lap traffic in the feature extremely, extremely exciting.
So how do officials? Whoa! Austin Anderson gets tagged by Bailey Hip there, and then
with 20 cars, there should be a consolation.
So how does that work in the officials like that? Do they do? Oh, geez, what was I even gonna ask there? Do they do?
There's not mains. It's just one big feature, but they have a consolation race for people who are under the car count that they're taking to the feature. And then there will be a number next to consolation. It shows how many are going from the consolation to the feature.
Oh, do they do anything to the track there? Do they?
No, it's going to be just like this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, here we go. This time out of turn 4.
Oh,
Dave's getting a little bit spinny there on the back tires on the start.
Must not be
wide.
Going 3 wide at Chili Bowl and street stocks. That makes sense.
Well, I think that.
There's the gap.
That really sucks there. But I think his start was kind of.
We got another
more.
one. And another one going over. He flipped.
He's
back on 4. He's good.
I gotta see this.
Racing.
We're gonna. We gotta rewind this. This is a Randy rewind moment here.
Yeah, we got a squirrel starting the field there.
Well, I think what happened here is he gave it too much throttle on the start of the race, and he spun his back tires in that slick, and he got loose tight coming out of the corner and just pushed wide. And
Can you explain loose tight?
Dan can probably explain loose tight better than I can.
Oh, enlighten me on the loose tight, bud.
when it's loose but pushing. Like it's slick loose, but the car is tight because it won't turn because it's slick.
All right, from a driver's standpoint, what happens is his car gets tight, you turn the wheel too much, and then it breaks loose, basically.
I gotcha. So he does a whole barrel roll. Well, let's look at this one more time before we get going again. Because poor guy in the back, I'm going to call him the Scooby-Doo car because it kind of looks like the mystery machine there.
Yeah, the 6 car there, he's pretty innocent in the whole deal.
He is. Poor guy gets caught up in everything. He just got to the C-Class. He's ready to rock, and boom! He gets turned over.
He starts a chili bowl, bud.
Murdered.
And there's the leader, I believe. Is that the leader right up on his tail?
That was the leader, but
that was the leader. He's not now.
Oh, look at
him homicide out here because this is getting ugly.
And at this point, he's saying about every word you possibly can. He's trying to catch somebody. He's trying to keep the leader off of him. Everybody's squirrel right now.
He was probably here for SR.
He probably didn't know any better. He said, I'm just in the back grinding out safety rating, guys. Y'all go ahead.
You don't grind out safety rating with street stocks at the Chili Bowl. I know that. That's like grinding out safety rating with F1 cars at Lernerville. It's just not going to happen. Not today. Not no how.
I don't know. I think I could.
Very few people.
I'm thinking $4.99 at a pro level, bud.
How's the front of the pack looking?
I'm scared to walk off this guy thinking it's just going to just explode here. But nobody's catching anybody. I think they're kind of...
I think Jay's might be the only person left with a clean car.
Look at that, but man, that I'm gonna have to say, is that Edward Farnes? That's
I'm not sure, but whoever's in the 21 car, their car is surprisingly clean.
Oh,
jumped out on the first lap.
But they're ramping everything right now.
He's feeling the pressure right now. He's like, man, I started on the pole and I'm not gonna make it.
Poor 6 car is getting all squirrely again. I think we need to keep the.
Oh wait,
his car's probably jumped.
Oh yeah, the mystery machine's trying to find a. Auto body repair, not the murderer today. He's about to smash it. Oh, I thought he sent it square into that turn. I'm surprised he saved it there. But there's the 21 jumping over it again.
Our pole setter jumping the berm again. Somebody get this guy a trophy truck.
No joke. That Pro Light 2 would be a fantastic run for him. Did he do it?
A little bit sideways there.
Oh!
This ain't gonna end well.
Oh!
And then he's going to turn.
This poor guy, he's just in it for the safety rating, man.
The fact at the end, I thought he was going to just cut in front of everybody and say, all right, here it goes. It's my time to shine.
My race is over, yours is over, too.
But no, that was the end of the race. Everybody was cutting it in, and he said, you know what? I got to give it the gusto here. Got to shoot it out.
For this.
Here they go. This is the feature event. And man,
they don't have a warm-up for
I'll tell you what, Randy's Rando race is the first Randy's Rando race has been an absolute blast already. Would you agree with me there?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, this has been awesome.
You didn't expect this, did you, bud?
I did not. I did not.
That's what JP there figured. Nobody better. Oh my God, this is just a messy. Look how many
they're
cars
bumping on the starting grid.
Look how many cars.
We got somebody full sending it around the pace truck.
Yeah, he says, nobody's hitting me today.
This is absolutely insane. This is
so we got Austin Anderson starting outside pole. Who's that in pole sitter?
Josh Conover. I'll get you.
We need to be able to see the whole field here, not just the leaders.
Let's see.
The back, you should go to the guy in last and go chase. Just going into
the chopper. The Chili Bowl chopper is awesome.
The Chili Bowl chopper.
You can try it.
Oh shit!
Let's go midfield so we see the leaders, because I feel like that 6th or 7th place guy is saying, man, I think I can get it up to first here today at the Chili Bowl.
Jump the bank and slide him in one. You can do it.
We'll go midfield here, and then if we get a yellow, we'll find it.
I don't think it'd be hard to find. So they're off. They're green flag action. We got Blinky McBlinkerson down here.
He saved it.
He's about to blink. Yeah. Oh, he blinks.
Oh, he's
he takes him out.
Scott got turned by the blinker.
Oh, Blinky. Should we go back and watch Blinky's?
Yeah, let's go back and watch Blinky. You'll have to go on Scott. You won't be able to watch Blinky because the camera will cut out when he blinks.
Here's Blinky's nightmare here.
It was Scott that got turned.
Poor Scott. I'm trying to find Scott on my list here, but I don't have a Scott.
Car number 19, Scott 2.
Number 19.
You can stop rewinding now.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, his last name was Scott. I was looking for a first name. All right, so back here, and we're watching Mr. Scott.
Yep, I believe the 4 car blinks and gets into him. Coming out this next
square into him. Oh, it looks like he's about to send it into the bumper right there. Have you ever been a blinker?
I don't think. Oh.
He sped up, and I know you can't really see when it comes, and he's mad there. But let's look at it one more time here, because it looks like Blinky speeds up right before he blinks out for good. Right into the back end of him.
Unfortunately, I have been a blinker.
I think I've blinked once. And
I mean, do you know you're doing it?
No, but I did. From what I've been told, if you see all of the cars in the field disappearing, you're blinking.
But my issue was my router wasn't agreeing with iRacing. So what was going on is
you probably had a Netgear router.
Yeah, I did. That was the problem. But what would happen is it would start blinking red on the top. I forget which one, but it would start blinking, and people would be like, "Oh, you're blinking," but before I could even answer him, I'd blink out of the race anyway. Disconnect me.
And that's the end of DCJ's run tonight. So
yeah,
that's good.
It took me about a month to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, the old Netgear router that's a common one on the iDirt and the iRacing setup exchange forum. I got iRacing and it keeps kicking me out of the races. And the first thing you always see under Netgear router.
Yep.
That's interesting right there. So
it took us a while to figure it out, but yeah, the word has gotten out now.
We're about to watch Blinky's Revenge here. So this is from the front
Blinky's
end
Revenge
of Mr. Scott's vehicle here. Look at that. He blinks in, blinks out, sends it. Boom. He definitely hit the gas.
From that angle, it looks like Scott gets a little bit crooked coming off the corner, and they were just racing so close that I'm not sure the blinker had any choice but to hit him.
Oh, I think Blinky said, you know what? I can get this spot now. He's getting sideways. It's mine. And he gunned it. And that's the end of...
Send it.
That's the end of Scott there. So we'll
sandbot.
Get her down.
Absolutely. We'll go back and check into Austin and Anderson. We'll get through the... We'll get through the field here. We might have to get back up to where it was. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you doing, bud?
We have lost our spot.
Yep, we have lost our spot.
Gonna have to hire a new guy to do this.
Yeah, this is
Get it again. Oh, geez.
Oh, my God. Can you believe people pay money for this shit?
I'm telling you what. What kind of secondhand show did you guys invite me to?
Oh, my God. Did you even go to showmanship school?
This is where it ends, bud. This is what you sent me.
Oh, no. You both are fired.
No. I sent you the whole replay, bud.
No, I'm fucking with you. There's got to be a way.
You're in the heat right now, bud. You went back too far. Yeah.
There we go.
Whoa, what are we doing here?
There we go.
He's just learned how iRacing works.
Kind of.
Noobs.
Do you remember what lap Blinky was on? Oh, that was it. Go back. Go back. What are you doing?
I'm going back.
Right there. Was that it, Dan?
Nope.
Nope. That's a different one.
I don't know,
go back further than that.
You missed that one.
I'm gonna go to Scott. Trevor Scott.
Yeah, if you find Scott, you'll find Blinky.
Yeah, it says he's still in 8th right there. Nope, it just happened. So okay, you're good now.
Okay. Yeah, this is it.
We already saw Blinky take out
Yep.
Scott.
Don't screw this up again,
Nope.
Tommy boy.
We got it.
That guy in a little coat.
Don't do it, Dick. And he's catching up. I hate to be that guy catching up to the pack. Everybody's going.
It's hard to do at Chili Bowl
And
because
then
the caution laps.
Whoa!
Oh, that was under caution, boys.
So
that
he
was
never. No, I don't think it was.
sure?
I just
No,
don't think he ever got
'cause
caught
I
up.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
think
I
the
see.
green
I see the
flag
pace.
dropped, but-
Yeah, the pace car's out. He just didn't get caught up in time.
So poor
I
guy
That
doesn't.
happens at Chili Bowl all the time. You go to
Yeah,
you go
it's
to
a
catch the
restart.
field after a wreck and you can't get there.
And they just take off. So we'll go up to. We'll do a
Well, are you
rear
waiting
follow.
for the guy behind you when they throw the green? I mean, well, I guess you probably do. You drive like a grandma. But,
No,
but I'm not waiting for the guy behind me.
too far up there. So we'll go. Let's see.
Right here is probably good.
I'm trying to get a rear view here. Where's it at?
Chopper.
Rear chase. No, you gotta get a rear chase because they're about to murder each other right back here. There's Blinky again. I think a common denominator is going to be Blinky in this one because Blinky's car looks fine too.
Was that a single file restart?
I was just wondering the same thing.
Or was that just a really shitty restart?
I think it's a
I think the
terrible
pace car's still
restart.
out there, isn't it?
No.
Pace car's still out there. No?
Oh,
No way. And they
man.
just full send it
Where's
into each other.
Blinky's in the Jersey barrier. All right, so we got Blinky in the Jersey barrier. I'm thinking 85 started this whole shitting match here by pushing.
I
wide
think it was
coming out of
Blinky because you watch and
one.
there's
No,
Blinky.
no,
Here, look, you got
no.
Blinky. Let's go back. You said 85.
Dan, I'm gonna need some reinforcements on this one.
You're saying number 85, is that correct?
85's at fault, I think.
Where we got 85.
Go on chase mode at 85. Or his cockpit.
I definitely think this is old Blinky here.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's Blinky.
That's Blinky.
Here we
That
go.
car.
I think you should call Blinky out. What's his name?
Billy
Kangaroo.
Calaris.
He's a kangaroo. Will hop out of the race if you're blinking, bud.
So
All
there we
right,
go.
kangaroo it on out and hop out.
So you see Blinky Sparks over here.
Yeah, he's gone. Where is he?
Oh.
He's not here.
Oh, was that Blinky?
There he
That's-
is.
oh.
You can't tell what he did because he's blinking.
So,
What are you thinking?
was that Blinky?
You can't tell because he's
It
not
is.
there.
It is. It's 14 of Billy. So watch. We see Blinky come right through there.
Yeah, but how
Boom.
did he get turned initially? Is the thing.
So let's go
That's
back
the
to
thing.
the.
Blinky's gone. You don't know where he's at. I'm assuming he's underneath of him, so he turns him, but you can't tell. He
So you
blinks
see
out.
Sparks here when
I'll
Blinky
tell you what.
blinks
Look at where
out.
he's at. He's
Let's go in the cockpit of Trevor. Let's go in Trevor's cockpit, and we'll look at his wheels, and you'll know. I'll be able to know if he gets turned or not.
He's turning left. He's turning left.
He
Oh, he got
Yeah,
rocked.
yeah, he got hit.
turned.
He
got
got
turned by
rocked.
Blinky.
Yeah, Blinky got him.
Poor Blinky is getting it all in here
That's
at the
not poor
Chili Bowl.
Blinky. Poor Blinky should have pitted and got himself in the back. That's Blinky's fault.
I want to watch it now from behind Blinky real quick and see how they see it. So
Well,
let's
you can't
go.
watch it from Blinky.
No, I
because
know.
you
So
can't
we're gonna
watch
go
it.
behind where Blinky is.
You guys gonna get so offended for being called Blinky.
Well, I mean that's what you're doing. I can't think of a better thing to say than Blinky. I mean, what do you
Get him a binky for Blinky.
You got a binky for a Blinky? That's good stuff right there. You can't ask for anything better than that here on the iRacing Insider. I think this is a good one here. Okay.
Yeah, this will work. This will work good.
So we're about to see Blinky's Revenge Part 2, the sequel
He's
here.
on a roll.
I think he's gone. Or yeah, you see his Sparks. You see Blinky Sparks. That's like a rapper named Blinky Sparks. And then look, and there he is getting turned, and the 12 gets it.
But if
He's still wrecking people.
No, he's in the Jersey wall right now.
But look,
Oh.
poor guy in the 12 is getting it. I hate to keep going back to this, but man, Blinky's causing a nightmare of stuff back here, and these numbers don't match whatsoever. So
No, it's the trading paints.
So look at this. There's Blinky.
He comes across the infield into 12 after wrecking half the field.
So let's switch this around.
Oh, jeez. This is why you don't want to go around official races wrecking people, because you never know when these guys might be watching.
Exactly. So
Yeah, if you're driving like an asshat in an official race, you might get called out on iRacing Insider.
So let's rewind just the hair time. One more
I'm telling
time.
you, he's in the Jersey barrier.
Oh, I know that's where he ends up, but I want to see how he like go, because watch the sparks and everything. The fact that these guys miss him is incredible at first. So I think I see Blinky. We got Blinky's bumper over there, and he's about to.
These guys rubbing just a little bit. That's Chili Bowl.
Because Chili Bowl. Blinky ain't there no more. So you're about to see sparks. Nope, he's already done it. So you see him blink over there before he hits it.
That was luck of the lane for the 18 car.
Absolutely, he takes the right one. So let's see. I mean, let's see what we can for Blinky real quick. And then he's like, I didn't do anything.
Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Who gets the EOL on that one?
Can you clear my blacks?
So the camera, I mean, look how bad the camera.
Wave around.
The camera shows you like how bad you're blinking on this.
He still wouldn't win.
So let's go to cockpit and just watch the madness ensue here. It won't even let us go to cockpit.
No, because he's blinked out.
You can't watch him because he's blinked out. Let's just go ahead, start midfield, and restart the race.
What lap are we on? Like 3?
I think
it is lap.
You're gonna need to pick a different
6.
car, bud.
Yeah, we're going. I just want to like the blinking, and now he's good. Nope, not good anymore.
Not good.
And then he's ahead of the 19 somehow. And then he has to. Everybody's got to give up the position to him because he was in the lead when it happened.
Was there no driver's chat in this? Because I'm thinking that would have been interesting.
Oh, if they're not screaming at the guy at the Chili Bowl, blinking like a son of a gun, that's got glass in his eye.
What is it? Hey, this is that Ford car. He's the one that wrecked in the heat race there.
Adam
Maybe we ought to watch him on this restart.
Look at that. He gets it. He gets on his pony. He's showing the 13 who's boss right there.
Let's watch him in the restart. If I remember right, when he wrecked out of the heat, though, I'm wanting to say he jumped the berm or something like that. Didn't?
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. He starts on the inside.
Definite single file.
Yeah, if he starts on the inside, if he gets trapped against the berm.
No, it's single file. I forgot about that. It says finishing.
It's the
that's messed up there.
broke.
Oh, the overlays broke. Damn rookies.
So here we are on a restart. Look at that. The 2 cars behind.
Oh, we got to go to Austin Anderson there. I saw a little action with Mr. Austin Anderson up front.
Oh, somebody else is in the wall.
So we got a lot. Let's
Oh shit! What a wreck!
Rewind this.
Yeah, go down the field about 4 cars and let's see what goes on here. Let's ride along with the orange 85 again because I think he got wrapped up in that one. This poor guy. This poor guy in the 85 car, man.
Blinky comes across the infield and just nails him. He's got a vendetta.
Let's go ride along with the 85 again on this restart.
I don't think anybody in this field is a poor guy. They all knew better than getting a Chili Bowl.
You must have some safety rating to spare.
Right?
I mean,
especially in the C class.
Just take my
He
license.
sent that one. That was on him.
Why are you wrecking?
Is he coming back out? Oh no, he's coming back out.
Absolutely.
He ain't done.
And he's gonna nail it in the turn again.
He spins out.
Oh!
This demo derby.
Oh my God! Look at the 17.
All right, to all of you that entered this race, I just want you to know, if you're up at 1 a.m. racing street stocks at Chili Bowl, there are people who have cash money prize demolition derbies that you guys can go racing.
We know this.
Wow.
That is nuts. Look at this. This is the poor guy that ends up jumping here. Kaboom!
Oh, man.
Ruins that guy's day.
Oh, slightly.
And we watched the guy that got turned just full sended into turn 1.
He's so mad after the blinky incident, he don't know what to do with himself.
I was starting to become a fan of the 85 car, but I don't know now.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Coming out the pits, wrecking people, racing for wins and stuff.
So we're on lap 25 of 25. Do these things finish under yellow?
I believe they're big green white checkered.
Yeah, it should be a green white checker.
Oh, poor 80. I thought 85. Look at that. He's jumping the berm again on the yellow. He don't know what to do with himself. He's mad.
No, he's trying to get.
He's trying to get his pass around.
Lucky dog.
His lucky dog. He's hitting the pace car because he hit everything else.
He's about to full send this thing square into somebody trying to get his pass around. You ain't gonna get anything. I mean, on the last lap, a green white checker to Chili Bowl, you'd be good to get one lap or one spot. But hey, if you're not gonna send it, so we got Bailey Hip going against Austin Anderson.
Oh, giving him a bump.
Yep, giving him a little love
He's
tap.
saying, "Go, bud."
Send it.
Who do you think takes it off? Do you think Anderson gets it, or do you think Hip does here?
Oh,
definitely Hip.
Yeah, Bailey.
I feel like JP knows there because he saw Hip go off, and oh my God, they got a yellow.
Another yellow.
I think it makes 3 attempts at a green white checker.
All right, I gotta take a break, boys. This is too many yellows. This is ridiculous.
So we'll go back. We'll dissect this real quick. Under yellow, let's see. Where was the caution here? Was it with Blinky? You think Blinky? Oh, yeah, there we go. Got 3 cars in there. Meanwhile, Blinky's looking cleaner than a whistle, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he got a quick repair. Let's go back and see what brought out this yellow.
Yeah, it might be. Something tells me you got to put your camera.
You're going backwards, bud.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if I was because it looks like we're still under caution here. No, we're not.
We're racing. That's street stocks, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was probably the 85. Whoa, there's Blinky.
No,
There's Blinky.
I saw Blinky.
He's gonna send it into Blinky. If that's me, that's what I'm doing. Full send here. It's gotta be those two. Holy
Don't tell me
moly.
it was him again.
Oh, you got Blinky and the 85 going right at each other here.
No. The pace truck's out. Rewind. Or no, the pace truck's not out. Why is this? Like, this is terrible. Is it not? Are you in fast forward and not in play? Are you in slow motion?
it's definitely in. We're replaying, but it's full speed. We're good to go. That's what I said.
There's no way this is full speed.
No.
I swear to you. Now he's on it.
I just want to see what this yellow was.
It was Blinky and 85.
No.
It's gotta be. That's a nightmare, man.
Yeah, it is.
If I was 85, I'd be filing a protest. I'm just saying.
So this is Blinky, the third. Blinky's nightmare. The trilogy. Look at him. He's trying to get around. He's like, man, I got around him. And boom. Blinky takes him out.
He wrecks him.
Look, there it goes. He straight up nailed the gas right there.
He's done. He's been wrecked enough. He's wrecking this guy no matter what.
If I'm 85, this dude is going into the grandstands. Yeah, he's going full send, bud, just trying to run him down. He's like, you just wait till I catch you, you son of a bitch.
He's going to jump the berm to get him. There you go.
Yeah.
Leader's right behind him, too.
I was gonna say,
and where's he at? Oh, he's way up there still.
Meanwhile, Bailey Hip is just right on his. Was right on his tail.
Oh, what happened?
So I think it was Bailey Hip that caused it there, but we'll.
That brought the yellow.
He nailed.
Let's rewind it on him.
You step on his dick a little bit.
You stepped on your dick, bud.
Let's see what happened. Did somebody wreck him?
Oh, yeah.
There may have been some help there.
The 85 jumping the berm in front of him didn't help. So yeah, he had to let off there. He got nailed a little.
Did he?
That's all by himself.
Yeah, I think that was just. Like you said, he just choked.
The 85 probably threw him off a little bit, made him a little nervous though.
How could you be nervous behind such a quality driver?
Because that 85's.
He jumped the berm like the Duke's a hazard, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked like me with you over there, but yeah, I guess he didn't get it. That was
No. All by himself. He got in the slick and it just went around.
It happens. So
Had a
now,
distraction. Sometimes it's all it takes, a little distraction. You get watching that mirror a little too much and you go around.
now we see Conover fighting against Anderson here.
Anderson's got good position, but I think we're running low on laps at this point. We got one to go.
I
What do
think
you
the
hop?
caution's out.
Yeah, we got a green-white checker at this point with Austin Anderson starting second behind Conover.
Bailey's just sitting there because he's kicking himself. He knows he lost the race.
He's waiting to come out from the pits, probably.
Lost the race with 2 laps to go.
He's not waiting to get out of the pits because you got to go around to come out right there.
Oh, I thought that was the exit. Oh, yeah, that is different here.
Yeah.
I thought this was one of those sideways ones, but
Oh, no, he's kicking himself. You know it. Lead
I
all
know
them
I would
laps
too.
at the Chili Bowl. Oh, I'd be kicking myself. And I've done it.
in a street stock at that, man. It's like, wow. That's a Royal Rumble, as if some people would say there.
Well, I put the street stock on the sprint car list when it comes to getting loose on the slick, man. Sometimes they just spin out.
So what's Bailey? I thought Bailey was going to get a spot back there.
I was wondering that too. Maybe he wasn't the caution. But he's a lap down nonetheless. Now the race is over, boys.
Race is over. Finished under yellow. We got Josh Conover taking the victory. He's headed up. Where's he going?
He's going to take it back, put it on the thing, be respectful about it.
He's going to get himself a drink while he's, celebrating. Why not? Maybe he's
Austin
hungry.
Anderson gets a second place finish there. So
there is a food court up here. I have never noticed that before.
You know where we'll be taking the F1s the next time we go to the Chili Bowl.
To the food court?
Absolutely.
Hey, let's fast forward this. Let's see.
I didn't know how.
I'm just curious why he's up here sitting.
It does not go.
Celebrating, bud.
That's the end. That cuts it off.
Nah, that's not the end.
It is. That is where iRacing ends. It. He goes back there. He doesn't only get himself a hot dog.
He's signing autographs and getting himself a bite to eat with a drink.
Jacob, I don't remember. I mean, have you told people what was going on back here? That's unfortunate. That
Yeah. When we were recording the replay, when I went back to watch it, Josh Conover, he goes up here and does donuts for minutes just by himself with nobody around. After everybody's quit out of the race, like long gone, he's up here doing donuts by himself.
So looks like Austin Anderson comes up to join him.
Biggest moment of his life, man. He won a street stock race at the Chili Bowl.
You can see Austin popping up down the
Got to pat yourself on
the
the
aisle
back once in a while.
Hey, let's do donuts back here. Let's get a donut. Let's buy a donut. Let's do some donuts. So I wish I would have seen that. I got so excited to see the dude.
What a race, man.
Because I was thinking, like, when you said that, I was thinking, like, out on the track. I didn't realize there was this spot back here at all.
You've never been back here?
I have not. Learning something about iRacing every day.
Lots of people have demolition derbies back here because you can knock cars into this, like, invisible wall and they get stuck.
You've heard it here first on iRacing Insider. You don't always hear just the news, all the true stuff and the real stuff, but I guess this is true and real, but you get some fun and little interesting tidbits as well here from JP. That's what you're good for.
I don't know.
You know, DCJ here, he's good about throwing it over Lernerville and floating around like a little witch or wizard, whatever you want to call it, on his prolate.
Taking some flying lessons.
Exactly. That's fantastic. Up there with the lightning.
Of course, but
It sounded like you were miles away. That's unfortunate, Jacob. I feel like I had it there. That was our moment. That was our time.
Yeah, well, we stepped on our dick, bud, just like somebody in this race.
Right. So that was Uncle Randy's rando race of the week. That was our first one, and boy, oh boy, that didn't disappoint whatsoever.
No, that was a good one. We'll have to see where the random number generator takes us next week.
That is right. So watch out if you're in the official, any official, because we might go to the rookies. We might be in the A's.
So don't drive like an asshat.
There you go. You heard it here first.
And car number 14, fix your internet.
No joke. Blinky, come on, get on that. Come on now. I feel like Blinky's going to be an ongoing thing in these official races. There's always going to be a Blinky.
I think next week we're going to be watching. We're going to go, no, Blinky.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, let's.
Well, we're back from Uncle Randy's Rando Race of the Week. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and maybe you even saw yourself in there. And if you didn't see yourself in there, you'll probably see yourself next week. And if you don't see yourself next week, you might see it the week after that. That's why you got to keep watching.
Absolutely. There's nothing more fun than what we just saw in Uncle Randy's Rando Race of the Week.
Oh my God, dude. You
couldn't ask for anything better than that right there.
No, and what makes it awesome is that guy, after everybody is gone, there's nobody left in the server, okay? And this guy is up at the top of Chili Bowl doing donuts by himself at 1 a.m, thinking nobody is watching this right now. We're watching, buddy. We saw your donuts and your burnouts. They did not go in vain.
Oh, that's fantastic. You couldn't ask for anything better than that right there. So
I love it.
Here is probably one of the best dirt things. That you saw this online. You sent it to me. I had seen it. I was dying laughing.
This is gonna make the segment we're gonna call Dirt of the Week, by the way.
Yeah, and this is a great lead to Dirt of the Week. And like I said, it's not necessarily going to be about the Dirt League or Dirt Series, anything like that. But this week it is.
This week, Dirt of the Week is on Dirt.
So
do you want to put the post up there?
It is up. Go ahead. Why don't you?
Yeah. So this is what I saw this. I think it was in iRacing Dirt World, and the guy is, and I've blocked it out because this is not trying to put him on blast or anything like that. And we've started to talk about this several times since this has been posted. Me and Tommy Boy have, and I've started to talk about it to him. And every time I'm like, what do I say, Tommy? Every time we start to talk about it, I'm like,
I'm not going to do it yet. We gotta keep it for this right now.
Yeah, I'm like, we have to talk about this later so that it's genuine. And my opinions are my opinions, and your opinions are your opinions. But here the guy, he's looking
those usually are pretty similar, right?
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know, we are very, very similar alike.
Yeah, you would be surprised. But this guy's looking for a league, basically, that any of the Cardwells or any of your typical front runner guys aren't running in. And, he doesn't even want names that sound fast.
And he's straight up tagging these guys.
Yeah, he's
like,
tagging
they're
them in the
they're
post.
tagged.
Yeah. And he's looking to get a top 10 and maybe be on the lead lap at the end of the feature. And I'm just going to tell you my opinion on this. Because I'm not fast. I'm not a fast guy, okay?
No, I'm not either.
But the way I look at this, and I think John Etheridge hit the nail on the head, and we were talking about this the other day. If you're not the fastest guy, you can still come race monsters of dirt, and the B main can be your feature.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to get better until you're racing against the best.
Yep.
I
agree
can
with
tell
you
you
100%.
for myself. I can tell you myself. I raced for Team Outlaw for a right good bit, and they were a good bunch of guys. But when I got hooked up with Dan Cummings and Brad Haldane and Steve, and I'm telling you, I got faster. I was racing with faster people. You imitate what you see. And so when you're in the C main and all you see is a C main, you're going to drive like that until one day you make that B main.
Exactly.
And then when you make that B main, you're going to drive just like that B main.
Right.
And you might keep making that B main. You might get wrecked out and you might be in the C main. The B main can be your feature, like John said. That's my opinion on it. You're not going to get faster until you drive against faster people.
Right.
Now, he tags Hayden Cardwell here. And Hayden Cardwell is just unmercifully fast. I don't know how he even does some of the shit that he does. But
I mean, I am living proof there because, I mean, we've seen that. I mean, I started off and I couldn't even finish a race. I start racing with these guys.
Now you're in hosted races with us in super late models. There's people on iRacing can't get a super late model around a racetrack.
Well, I don't know if I can yet, but I mean, I'm getting a lot better at it. So that's a fact. But I mean, like you said, you're not going to get faster until you're out there running with these guys. that are fast. Because, I mean, if not, then you're going to be running the rookie street stock league this entire time, and you're going to think you're fast because that's what I did. It's like, man, I've won a couple races. I'm running up top consistently. I can hold somewhat of a line. There's a bunch of squirrels around me. But you get in a league when there's not that many squirrels and you're trying to move up in a pack, and it's like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, that's the
Makes
thing.
you feel completely different.
You get into league racing, and here's the thing: the guy's looking for a league. He's not looking for an official race. If you get into league racing, you're automatically eliminating at least 20% of the squirrels that aren't going to take the time to run a league race.
Oh, absolutely.
So just by being in a league, you're kind of putting yourself against some of the better people, even if it's not the best league and it's not the best people on the service in the league.
And you're still going to have squirrels in leagues, but not as many as you are in an official race.
Absolutely. And it's just one of those things, I think,
I couldn't believe he came out and said that, though.
It shocked me, to be honest with you.
Oh, my God.
I think the thing of it is even if there was a league that those faster people weren't in, if it was a league worth running, they would be in it.
Exactly.
So you say to yourself, okay, it's a league that these people aren't in. Why are they not in it? Is the league run poorly?
Right.
Is there a reason they're not in it? And that's something you should be asking yourself. If you're asking yourself, why am I in this league and they're not? There's something that they're getting out of another league that you're not getting out of the league that you're running.
100%, absolutely. And not all these guys, they don't all.
And what they're getting out of it could be green flag laps.
Right.
If you look at your league and you're like, my God, this is a caution fest. It's just yellow after yellow after yellow. Maybe that's what they're getting out of their league that you're not getting out of your league.
Right.
Is green flag laps.
Yeah, exactly. Or competition or money. I mean, there's a lot of things. It's not always money, but hey, sometimes these leagues are really well ran. And at the end of the day, if you're winning, you're going to win money.
Absolutely.
So why not pay for your V3s? Why not pay for your steering wheel if you can?
Yeah, I know Hayden won several races this past week between Monsters of Dirt and World of Thunder and a couple other things.
Right.
You got to think a guy like that, he's going to go to where the competition is and where the money is.
Right. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? It's no different than, watching these guys on the real track. They're not going to go run a track that's going to give them $100 to win when the track down the road is going to give them, $200, $300 or $3,000 even. I mean,
yeah,
you got to go where it is, but at the same time, you can't throw out $20 and run a crap league and say, okay, well, $20 to win every night.
Yeah, it's got to be worth showing up to. Like IRL dirt racing, when it comes to my home track, I'm a With Raceway native. So I grew up going there, and I love going to see the Schaefer Southern National and big races like that when they come to town. And I remember thinking to myself the last time Schaefer's came to town this past season, where's Scott Bloomquist? Where's some of these other people,
Right.
And there were some big names there, but there were a couple big names that were markedly missing. And somebody said, well, there's this other big race going on out west and it pays more. And I think that's what the answer to this guy's thing is, because he says, are there any leagues that these people are in? There are, but they're not worth your time running, I think.
Right. Exactly. It's at the end of the day, like if you want to master your skill there, I mean, yeah, go ahead. But when you come over, just don't think you're going to, like, if you've been winning there for 3 months, you come over, if you're in the CB main, don't get discouraged, because that's where you put yourself. I mean,
yeah, that's just where your skill level is.
Exactly. Right.
And the day that you win that C or the day that you win that B, it's going to be like you've won a feature.
100%.
And then it's going to be awesome. You get to go run a feature.
Right. So that was the thing. I mean, it was me starting in a C main, and I was all ready. I put my gloves on, got hopped in the seat.
Gloves.
I sweat, dude. My hands are sweaty.
Bitch mittens.
I do wear them. So I put them on.
Do you not want to mess up the velour on your G29?
Mine's I was gonna say fur, but that would be a bad thing for me, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's the I got the steering wheel cover that's like shag carpet. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah,
So that's
I mean,
why you can't drive.
I can't get my Cheeto dust on the steering wheel cover, so I got to throw gloves on. But so I get I sit in there, and D main hops up, and it doesn't give me an option to grid, and I was like, what? What's going on? I watched the race. I was all disappointed. I was like, I guess I don't get a try to get in. Okay. C main pops up. It says grid. I was like, oh my God, I made it to the C main.
Yeah.
So I was pumped. So, I mean, that's the feeling, like you said. I mean, and then progression. I mean, if I finish halfway through the C main, next time I progress into the B main, I'm going to be jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I would rather progress and get that way and feel better that way than go to another league just because the competition's not there.
Yeah,
and I think we both agree on that.
Is that really how you want to get your top 10? Is that really how you want to get your win?
Just go run officials.
Right.
I mean, at that
you
point,
can just go run bottom split officials. It's the same thing.
Exactly. It makes no sense. I'm with you. Yeah.
Just go destroy your iRating the best you can, and then go run officials, and it's exactly what you're looking for.
Precisely. So, oh man, that brings us to the final little bit of the first week of the iRacing. Hold on. iRacing Insider.
Yep.
So
and this is the way we're gonna leave y'all. We're gonna leave you right now. We're gonna see y'all next week. Thanks for coming to see iRacing Insider. I've been JP. He's been Tommy Boy from Checkers and Wreckers. Tommy Boy. Join us next week. We're gonna leave you with a skit. This is what happens when you're in VR, drinking and driving, and your race is a yellow fest.
Give me a 5. That was a good one. Thank you. You have a good one.
See y'all. You have a good one. All right. Let's get ready to run this race. What? A yellow on the first freaking lap? Come on, guys. God, it's going to be one of them races. Hey, honey, will you bring me a beer? Thanks, sweetie. Y'all watch out. I don't want to hit you. I'm trying to open my beer. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on, Tanner. You've seen him coming, man. God. Yellow again. Shit, this one's empty. Hey, sweetie. Thank you, baby. Oh, damn. Alright. Time to get some green flag action in. Hell yeah. Get the jump on this start. Sean, for real, that's not even close to a slider, dude. Oh my god. This race is never gonna go green. Hey, sweetie. Thank you, baby. Man, I'm going to be trashed by the end of this if we don't hurry up and get some green flag. Man. Let's give this one more go. All right, that was definitely Sizemore's fault. Yeah, if I've ever seen it be his fault, that was it right there. Fuck. Honey, we got any more beer? No? Shit. How about my chew? Yeah, I'll take that. Bunch of no-driving damn people making it impossible to even have a good time. This is ridiculous. Sorry, y'all, trying to get my bag open. Holy hell, which way is the steering wheel pointed? Ah. Oh, fuck, left-hand turn. Ah. Yeah, let's get this done. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.